best Western movies currently on Netflix. Since the 1910s, Westerns have given Hollywood countless masterpieces, from Tombstone to Django Unchained, and Netflix has a strong selection. The genre has been defined for modern audiences by creators like Taylor Sheridan, Quentin Tarantino, and the Coen Brothers, all recreating how viewers think of the American frontier. Exploring themes of justice, mystery, revenge, and humor, these films always punch above their weight, even if modern audiences don't appreciate them like they once did. The Western genre comes in all forms, from slapstick comedy to harrowing revenge thrillers, showing great versatility between projects. Netflix's selection reflects this range, ensuring there's something for viewers of all stripes, whether they're looking for a family-friendly adventure or a revisionist epic. Many of these movies are must-see entries in the genre, with some updating classic stories for a new generation, while others pay homage to the heyday of the Western on TV. The Last Stand is perfect for fans of Rio Bravo. The Last Stand begins when a cartel boss escapes FBI custody in Las Vegas, using a supercar to flee the state and head for the southern border. Planning to have his men construct a bridge across a canyon so he can pass through undetected, all that stands between him and freedom is the sheriff of Somerton Junction, Ray Owens. When he catches wind of the plan, he rallies his motley crew of deputies to fend off the gang and make sure the villain doesn't get past them. The Last Stand is an official modern update of Howard Hawks' Western classic Rio Bravo, using its heroes to give audiences a fun sense of humor as they prepare for the final showdown. As Arnold Schwarzenegger's first leading role after leaving politics, it gave action fans a great tale from the modern American frontier. As much a comedy as a neo-Western, the inclusion of actors like Johnny Knoxville ensures a light-hearted lawman movie, and it pays homage to John Wayne-style films brilliantly. The Highwaymen is a blend of gangster and neo-Western. The Highwaymen tells the true story behind the hunt for notorious Great Depression-era criminals, Clyde Barrow and Bonnie Parker. After their gang busts Clyde out of custody, leaving a trail of bodies in their wake, they set off across the South, spurring the governor of Texas to hire a pair of retired Texas Rangers to hunt them down. Using old-school investigation skills, they move from state to state tracking the crooks, culminating in the showdown that brought Bonnie and Clyde's crime spree to an end. As one of the best Kevin Costner movies of the last decade, The Highwaymen does a great job of deconstructing the image most viewers have of Bonnie and Clyde. Abandoning Hollywood's romantic treatment of the pair, the film uses a neo-Western aesthetic to give viewers a detective story for the ages, one of Netflix's best originals of all time. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs is an underrated anthology gem. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs presents audiences with 6 tales from the Old West, each one bringing its own style and tone. Covering stories like an outlaw set to be hanged to the life of a gold prospector, the film satirizes and lightly parodies different subgenres. Playing on the unfairness, brutality, and chaos of the Wild West, the film finds humor in grim situations, using death, violence, and fate to give audiences a chuckle at how life turns out for its characters. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs explores different corners of the Western genre through each segment, from singing cowboys to dastardly outlaws, assembling an incredible cast for the project, including Tim Blake Nelson, James Franco, Liam Neeson, and Brendan Gleeson. The film is one of the more artsy westerns audiences will find on streaming. Back to the Future Part 3 concludes a perfect trilogy. Back to the Future follows the story of Doc Brown and Marty McFly through their time travel misadventures, leaving viewers on a cliffhanger as Doc is sent back to 1885 at the end of the second film. The third opens with Marty tracking down his friend's 1955 counterpart to help him return to the past and bring him home to the present. When he arrives, he learns of a feud between Doc and despicable outlaw Buford Mad Dog Tannen, Biff's ancestor. As they inadvertently change the course of history, Emmett tries to use the limited tech of the Old West to send Marty back to 1985. The conclusion of Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale's Back to the Future trilogy, the film ensured that fans were left on a perfect note of hope and friendship. A light combination of steampunk, science fiction, romance, and buddy adventure, the movie is a perfect example of the Wild West for the whole family, something hard to find in the genre. Wind River is a harrowing detective movie. Wind River begins with the discovery of a murdered Native American woman, Natalie Hanson, on the Wind River Reservation. In response, Wish and wildlife agent Corey Lambert teams up with FBI agent Jane Banner to piece the story together and solve her murder. As their investigation continues, they find another body, eventually leading them to suspect the involvement of workers at a nearby drilling station.